everybody, and welcome back to Survival with Fix. Well, we've spent the last 2 episodes working right through that little crack out in the castle, and as much as I want to continue work on the castle, and I really do, honestly, that's where my heart is kind of inspired. Today we're breaking away from that because I gotta work on the Nether a little bit. It's not absolutely the most fun place to work, but I think we can do something that is really, really cool. So, here's the problem. Check out, this is my Nether, quote, hub, if you will. I have this great, like, pathway here. The pathway has got to be continued over there to the turn where it goes to Steelport. The problem is, if you follow this pathway straight, boom, this is the portal. So this portal has to be moved. I need a new portal in New Hope, and I need to specifically probably go north. So let's check out where north is in New Hope. I'm up here on top of my balloon, and this is where the portal is currently. It's right there in my trading hall. I don't care if it's always there. That was sort of just a temporary fix. Now, here's kind of the problem. North is this way. Not absolutely the most ideal place, but the more I look at it, the more I think, oh, but maybe it is the ideal place. I mean, I could also go south. North or south would work. East, west, not so much, because that's right on that ice road. I need to link up because I'm going to have more portals. I'm going to have a portal over there for that unnamed village and a portal up there for the castle, obviously, all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking maybe the portal should go right there, right on that little poppy field. It's just kind of sitting there. It's basically in line with where it is right now, which would be really nice. That poppy field doesn't need to be there. That was a bit of a space filler, if you will. So I'm thinking this might be the perfect place. There's already a little path that goes to it. We could even do another path over here by the garrison. Yeah, I think this could totally work. So I think I probably have a ton of obsidian from the end. I'm just not exactly sure where it is, so I gotta find it. This seems like the perfect place for it. You know, this poppy field actually can kind of stay, because the story of the obsidian portals in this world, they're actually kind of mystical, and they come from the moon. When the moon crashed into this planet, they were created somehow, and that's sort of what severed the connection, or what rather created the connection to the Nether, which I think is something we're going to dig into in a future 1000-day block. But for right now, I want to work on this, and yeah, this is kind of an absolute perfect place. It's about, I don't know what, probably 30 blocks away, which would give me about 5 or 6 blocks to make sure it syncs up. But I do want to run the numbers and make sure that I'm right. So if I look at the numbers here, we're at minus 548, 257. I gotta tell you, this is super bizarre. So I have a portal here, and then I have a portal here. Those are so close. Where could this portal lead to? I have no idea, because whenever I checked out the coordinates, I did the divided by 8 thing, it leads to right here. So this is where I'm looking at the new portal, which is actually really perfect, because it's just off the main ice road, which is just where I want it to be. So that leads to the question, what's this? Let's go through this portal and figure out where the heck it is. Yeah, okay, it's here. It's New Hope. So where's that other portal supposed to be? Why is it there? It's the weirdest thing. So if I take this is going to lead back to the main portal, I think, right? Yeah. So this is so confusing. So what is this thing? Okay, well, we gotta. Now this is my please don't shoot me gas whenever I first load in thing, and this is going to be all rectified soon. So okay, so this portal's got to go. First order of business going along here is I'm going to have to dig to Steelport first. So I took down my area. This has been here since the very beginning, probably episode 1. And I took it all down, moved most of the storage, and I made the New Hope portal. There's no way back at this exact moment. What is that? Where's that go to, I wonder? That would be, which direction is that? That's north. What do I have to the north? Oh, I wonder if it's that little village where I got my villagers. That's weird. Also, by the way, my frog. The frog that I've been keeping for a really, really long time escaped, and now he lives here in the Nether. So, good luck, frog. I cleared out just a little bit of space. This is going to be a bit of a grinder. I kind of didn't see that coming. I mean, anytime you're working in the Nether and with Nether paths, I guess it should be expected. But yeah, it's gonna be some pretty grindy little project here. But that is okay. That's kind of the beauty of one of these long-term survival worlds, is it not? Now, where the heck is that thing? Is it over here? I can never find anything. Oh, hey, creeper. I'll leave you in the... Here, you know what? Here, have a taste of my bow. I named my bow, by the way. I had to fix it. What did I name it? Devil's Whisper. Isn't that a great name for a bow? Devil's Whisper. Where is that field? Oh, it's over here. Okay. All right. We're definitely have to get a path that goes straight to it for sure. You know what? Do these guys have a portal inside? No, I don't think I ever made a portal. This is my villager breeder, by the way. Wow, that is a really plain house. I've got to work on. Look at the back. That's so plain. That's a little embarrassing plain. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I need to grab just a hair of like dirt. So let me grab a couple of these because I want this to be up in the air just a little bit, like 3 blocks or so. And then what we'll do is we're gonna build a big giant stone portal. So we'll do that, and then we'll go here. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking maybe we go like this big. I don't care how big exactly. I'm not gonna even count. Like maybe here. Yeah, that should work.
Dr. Topic.
I need some advice.
Of course, Doctor. Anything you need.
I've spent the last few days talking to this Hank on the moon. He seems above board and is building his moon base quickly.
I imagine a cyborg who doesn't need sleep could work quickly indeed.
Yes, certainly. He floated the idea of working with us to build a defense against Cal. It seems he's no bigger fan of it than we are.
That is precisely what we were hoping for, is it not?
It is.
Dr. Tepic, we've been working together for years, and I've never known you to hold your tongue. What concerns you?
Well, it's twofold. Firstly, if we trust Hank to run our entire space fleet based on the moon, and something happens, we may not have enough days remaining to recover.
I sense the if something happens part is your main concern.
Yes, it is. Hank claims to have no idea how he survived the literal explosion of the moon.
You don't believe him?
I don't not believe him, but there's something else. I've asked Tracy to take a closer look using her nanoparticles to investigate Hank.
That seems prudent. Did she find anything?
Well, that's the weird part. She hit something she's describing as a firewall deep within Hank's programming.
Could it be something he erected to protect himself?
I don't think so. Tracy tells me it's beyond Hank's core. It's in his, well, subconscious, so to speak. But stranger yet, Tracy tells me it's the most advanced code she's ever seen.
I imagine that is saying something.
Yes. Yes, it sure is. Oh man, okay, I got that started out. I'm gonna put the rest of my sitting here. I got a real problem. I have a real problem which we're probably not gonna address today, but it is something that is just an issue. Check this out. I am out of storage. I am totally out. Like, look, this is mud. I have so much mud. So this is my podzol chest. It's all basically mud. I don't know what to. There's more mud up there. I don't know what to do. I mean, also secondarily, I have netherrack. This is all full of netherrack. Nether is supposed to flow down there into more double chests. They are all full. Like, all of them are full. So I got to start relocating some of my junk. I don't want to throw it away because I might need it. You know, I might decide one day I'm going to build a giant netherrack castle or something, you know? I don't know. It's frustrating, you know? It's frustrating. The other thing I'm not crazy about is how far away my portal is from my storage building, but I figure I'm only going to really need it when I'm like working in the nether, and that's not that big of a deal because it doesn't happen that often, so it should be okay. We just need a good path through. You know, I discovered something as I'm battling magma slimes, the constant onslaught of magma slimes that happens in a basalt delta, and I realized that this portal is not in line with this one road, and this road took long enough to build. It's not going anywhere. If you're wondering where these portals go, that one is the Arcane Reception Coil, that is Maple Vale, and over there, just around the bend, there is Gabor. So that's sort of the lay of the land in the nether here. Basalt deltas, how I loathe you. I mean, they're cool, but I loathe you. Anyway, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to move the portal just a little bit. Shouldn't mess with sinking because it's just very slightly, just so it's in line with this. I think that might be a little bit of a cooler look. That means I got to break all the obsidian and move it over like, what, 3 blocks? I do not have my flint and steel anywhere. Okay, where'd that go, I wonder? So this is kind of what I'm thinking. You know, I like my villager trading hall in New Hope, and I was just kind of thinking about just sort of replicating it. And I think that could be a really cool look. So the only thing I'm going to need is I'm just going to need a couple of these stone brick stairs and probably a couple cobblestone stairs just to mix it up. I'm going to try to go with a little bit of a mixture here. Should be all right. I'm just going to do a big arch. I'm going to do the big arch back a block. So we'll just come up like something like this, maybe like that much. I am looking at a reference image because I can't remember what it looks like exactly, but I remember sort of vaguely what it is. A couple more? Like something like this? Yeah, I think this is going to look good. I think. The only thing that I don't love that I'm going to have to deal with is I think you can see it through this block. So I'm not sure if we have to maybe reduce the overall size of this by 1 or something. But yeah, this should look cool. Okay, the vision is starting to come into fruition here. Now, you know, I'm a little unsure of exactly what I want to do next, and that's a scary place to be in, you know, when you just don't exactly know. But I think I want to lean more into the iron bars that I have because that's what I have along the path. And I think that showing this is in the Nether, like I'm not fooling anybody, right? Like I'm not doing like a Tanisha build where it literally looks like the overworld. This is supposed to be the Nether representation of what the other side of the portal looks like. It's not supposed to be literally the other side of the portal, right? So I think keeping that in mind, I think we can use some of this stuff and really show, oh yeah, there's Nether on the other side of these bars. I think that's going to look really cool and not try to sort of oversell the premise, if that makes sense, right? I want this to be, you know, I want it to be a little run down, right? Like not perfect because the Nether, right? Like it's been through some stuff. There may actually be some Nether lore coming up in this series at some point. I haven't decided yet how deep I want to get into it or not, but I have an outline of what the Nether is in my kind of interconnected Fixxiverse, and I just haven't decided yet if I want to go there. Like, let's be honest, playing in the Nether is not that much fun. Like the videos that are in the Nether don't generally do that well, and it's pretty dreary kind of, and then especially when you put it on YouTube, it gets like twice as dreary. So I don't know. You have to let me know. Do you want to know like the sort of the whole theory of the Nether? Should that be like a storyline plot, or just skip it, or just maybe just reference it and not make it a major thing? You have to let me know what you think. Oh man, I've got to do something about these dudes. Look at this. It's so ridiculous. These magmas, they are just so constant, absolutely constant. Every time I fly or go, even just like walk away just for a couple seconds, boom, magma cubes everywhere. Every freaking place. I mean, this is kind of absurd. It's kind of absurd, you know? Like, there's got to be some sort of limit. Especially there are magma cube spawners, so, like, we don't need this obsessive, incredible, like ultra high spawning rate here. We can just make a magma cube spawn. In fact, I made a magma cubes farm, so I don't need these guys. Anyway, I just went back near the arcane reception coil and farmed up a little bit of spruce just to finish up the top part of this. I think it's going to be really, really, really cool. I definitely want to use spruce here because I use dark oak on the bottom because I use a lot of dark oak in New Hope, and so I thought, well, I should probably use what I did there. But along here, like I'm using spruce on the ceiling, so I do want to stay somewhat consistent with what I actually currently have. And against my better judgment, I'm going to be using spruce. What are these called? Logs, stripped logs instead to get up to the ceiling. I probably shouldn't. It's like it's so many more times the work, but I think it's going to look good, so that's what I'm going to do. I had to come over to Steelport to grab a whole bunch of carpet, and a whole bunch of carpet I indeed get. You know, I'm going to need a Nether storage area at some point because I've got to stop mobs from spawning here in the Nether on the path because of the magma cube issue. Now, these carpets will work great, and the stairs will work great, but unfortunately, yeah, I got to keep all my stuff there. I'm tired of running back and forth just for every little thing, though the path is starting to look really nice. The path doesn't actually curve over to the Steelport portal yet. That'll be a special, like, portal. What? No. That'll be a special thing that we'll do to like make it look like Steelport going over that direction. The main tunnel is all going to be basically the same. It's all going to be this sort of lush, mossy kind of look, and then the side tunnels will be what sort of tell you which biome you're headed to, just kind of like what we did with the New Hope thing, like where we build a sort of Nether representation of the New Hope base. I think it's a cool idea, and should make my Nether a little bit less boring, a little bit less the samey. And yeah, look at this issue. Look at the issue that I'm having here. It's so ridiculous. Oh man, I was not gonna do this, but it looks like I'm doing this entire way to Gabor. The reason why is I made a decision to change slightly the way I've been doing things, and the way I want to do it instead, this portal can move just a little bit, we'll just nudge it a hair. The way I want to do it now is I'm going to keep all of the paths the same. I know I said earlier all the paths are going to be different. All the paths are going to be the same because I like it and it's nice. And then what we'll do is we'll really go all in on the portals and making the portals look like this is the Arcane Reception Coil. So I'm going to make it look like the Arcane Reception Coil just right over there. We'll just move it just a hair. I think I can probably move 5 or 6 blocks and it won't be a big deal. So I can continue this pattern. So we'll just go like this, and knowing that I'm going to move this like at some point. So right now this is really lame. Okay, we'll just leave it over there so that way I can still get there. And I'm going to continue this very long grind. we'll just keep on going. Okay, I'm like out of breath from doing all this grind here, and like I've done way more grind in this game, of course, but at least this is good. Look, I'm not going to do all the detailing and decorating here. The main point of today was do New Hope's portal, and I think that we did it. I'm really happy with it. I mean, short little bit, but you know, long run. I do need to go get, I've been having magma cubes spawn here, so I'll probably be hanging some lights. I gotta be careful with not hanging in the middle because I do tend to fly through the tunnels instead of take a boat. Why to get all that ice? I don't know. So I need to get some spruce to fill this up with buttons. I'm undecided if I want to put buttons the entire way. I mean, this is far. If you are new to the series, then you don't. This is not far. So this is the bit that we did today, which is a big grind. This is what I did another day. This length, and it is super long because this is the Wither Skeleton farm. Way up here. Oh man, that took forever, but at least this is all done. So if you look, that's going this way. That's going out to the west, and now we did over here to the east, although not finish or anything, but we'll get to that all in good time. But this is what I'm very happy about. I'm very happy about this. I think it's a really cool Nether portal. So hopefully you do as well. I am going to cut this episode right here because I want to get into the castle again. I'm very excited about the castle. We're going to get working again on the Nether in a few episodes. I can only do like a couple days in the Nether at a time before all these particles and the dreariness and the gas, they kind of get to me, you know? So we'll come back here at some time. So I'll see you next episode from Survival with Fix at the castle.